Welcome back aboard the home of Hype Train FC into our first game of 2020 as we host North Berks Division 2 outfit Hagbourne United Reserves in the last 16 of the Berks and Bucks Juniors Cup. For our fifth cup outing of the season, we lined up in a 4-1-4-1 formation and played in our changed gold and red strip. The green machine Jack Roche was in between the sticks, with Rod Stevens and Robert Austin occupying the fullback spots, with club captain Alex O'Keefe joined by Martin King in the heart of our defence. Chris Marshall was joined by the Holloway twins Aaron and Clayton in central midfield, with Sam Padden and Elliot Simpson starting out wide to provide support for lone forward Leon Mannion. Among the substitutes for our 1:30 kick-off this past Saturday, Jamie Carter and Warren Brown were joined by the double-barrelled Callums, Fox Spence and Parr Jones. With the team playing at home looking to get back to winning ways, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments how you thought we got on, as we look to start the new year and the new decade by booking a place in the quarter-final in a county cup competition. It's early in the first half and Hagbourne's number 10 is able to turn and fire across at our defence. The ball bobbles to Martin King, who has an opportunity to clear the ball. It falls out to Hagbourne's left winger, who then fires it into the box. There's an attempted pass that ends up falling invitingly for the winger, but Jack Roche saves brilliantly before able to clear our lines. After a few back and forth fouls, Hagbourne's goalkeeper has the opportunity to punt the ball down the field, and when he does so, the contested ball falls straight through both players. Alex O'Keefe looks in control of the situation until a scuffed clearance is adjudged to be an indirect free kick for Hagbourne early on in the game. 6 yards out from goal, Hagbourne's number 10 has an opportunity to open the scoring, with the eventual indirect free kick going out for a throw-in, much to the demise of Hagbourne and their managers. From a goal kick, Jack Roche is able to launch the ball around 50 or 60 yards down the field, with Elliot Simpson on the right wing picking up the ball, winning the second as well. He looks up, sees 2 players and jinks past both of them before teeing up Leon down the right. Leon takes one touch and heads into the box and is clattered into. He eventually falls over the ball as a result, and our penalty appeals go awry. Mere seconds after our penalty appeal, we find ourselves winning the ball back from defence with Martin King winning it and firing a ball back down the line. Their left back heads the ball onto their winger, who eventually tries to take it past the midfielder, but Rod Stevens is on hand to punt the ball forward. Chris Marshall's onto it and he takes one touch with his right foot and then releases with his left. There's a player on the line to clear, and Sam Padden, who follows in, unfortunately finds Sainsbury's behind the goal. Midway into the first half, Hagbourne find themselves with a really big opportunity to open the goal scoring after Jack Roche fires a goal kick down the line. Elliot's header eventually goes to no one and their defence collects. They take one touch and a second, which beats the offside trap with their number 9 running through on goal. He takes one touch, Jack comes out and lobs him, and the ball is fractionally over the bar to keep the score at 0-0. Rod Stevens has stood over a dead ball as he looks to find men in goal at the edge of the box. As his ball's fired in, the ball falls out to Chris Marshall, who fires from point blank range, but the Hagbourne goalkeeper saves brilliantly to keep the score goalless. We're back down the right flank with Rod Stevens throw-in, who picks out Leon. Leon takes one in and then a second touch before teeing up Rod. Rod's heavy touch sets him up to pass through to Elliot Simpson. Elliot then picks out Chris Marshall, who's throwing goal. Chris looks up, plays in a first-time cross to Sam Padden, who fires brilliantly into the back of the net. But as Sam and Chris come together for their celebrations, the referee points away as an offside has occurred. Apparently, Sam Padden had gone ahead of the play as Chris fired into the box, and we'll show you again in a replay.
Lawrence of our own.
A back and forth, stop and start first half with some big moments for both teams eventually saw us heading goalless at the half, with the boys in goal looking to come out stronger in the second 45 minutes. It wasn't a good time to be the referee around 30 seconds into the second half after Hagbourne's number 10 tries to pick out a player down the line. The ball trickles out to Rod, who fires it straight into the referee's nether regions, who eventually stops the play. Play resumes down the left flank with Sam Padden winning an uncontested header with Clayton Holloway first onto the second ball. Clayton waits for the ball to drop before playing it through the defence with Leon Mannion and Chris Marshall running through. Leon opts for the shot, but unfortunately the shot goes wide. The state of play has been reset as Hagbourne's goalkeeper looks long from a goal kick with Elliot Simpson contesting the ball. The ball falls down to Leon, who takes one touch with a chest before releasing Chris Marshall for on goal. Chris, who's right-footed, takes one touch and releases a left-footed shot before the second falls out to Chris again, but it takes deflection and away from the goal. Another goal kick and another opportunity for Jack Roche to launch the ball 60 or 70 yards down the field, with Elliot Simpson winning yet another first header. Leon's on to the flick on in a flash and he decides to go one-on-one with the defender, pulls him right and his shot's met by the quick feet of the goalkeeper. Play picks up in the middle with Aaron and Clayton hustling to win the ball back, with Clayton freeing Chris Marshall. Chris has a few bodies in front of him and checks left before deciding to look up and play Leon down the line on the left. Leon lets the ball run across his body before taking it past one of the defenders, now who has him down the left channel. Leon looks up and takes his chances by taking him on, takes it onto his right foot before the eventual shot is saved by the goalkeeper. Hagbourne have a throw-in down the left-hand side and their midfielder dawdles on the ball before playing it back to the left-back. Aaron Holloway's there to pick up the pieces of a mistake before freeing Leon down the line with a really good through ball. Leon takes one look up and then has Jamie Carter to play in. Carter's through one-on-one and his first time shot is saved really well from the goalkeeper to keep the scores still 0-0. Hagbourne are currently switching the play out to their right back, who decides to take a first time pass into their winger. Their winger's attempted trickery is met to no avail as myself, Robert Austin, picks up the ball and I release Jamie Carter down the left. With acres of space ahead of him and 3 forward players, Carter tries to play in Leon, but the two aren't in sync together as one of their defenders steps out. He takes a couple of touches and launches a ball through to their number 10, who's through and onside. Jack comes out and he dinks it over the goalkeeper, but fortunately Alex is on hand to keep the game goalless. Hagbourne's goalkeeper has the ball at his feet again as he plays in the left back, with Callum Fox-Spence eventually coming over to try to close down the play. The number 6 gets the ball and flicks it over Rod Stevens' head, but Aaron Holloway picks up the pieces with Rod winning the first header, freeing Chris Marshall. Chris looks up and plays a first time ball, freeing substitute Callum Parr-Jones, with Callum's first time effort scuffed and the rebound falling to Callum Fox-Spence, but that's deflected wide and for a corner. There's just 5 minutes left of this encounter as we look to win the game in normal time, with the goal kick from their goalkeeper eventually falling out to their 6. The left back plays a ball down the line with their number 9 checking in nicely before turning and playing a cross-field ball to their winger. The touch from the winger is unfortunately a letdown for themselves as Jamie Carter picks up the ball and plays Leon Mannion down the line. With the ball trickling into Leon, it bobbles up in front of himself and the defender, with Leon taking one touch in a second, before unleashing brilliantly into the back of the net for our first goal of the afternoon. The full-time whistle provides sweet relief for the teams who book our place in the last 8 of the BBFA Junior Cup, with Leon's rocket of a strike ultimately enough to see us progress, though a host of missed chances means that we couldn't punctuate a good team performance with more goals. The win means that we take the 2-hour commute from Reading to Milton Keynes as we take on Hanslope Reserves on January 25th, looking to secure a place in our first semi-final as a club. Join us next time as we return to East Berkshire League action for the first time since early October as we host Ivor Heath's reserve team. Until then, believe the hype.